Yes, people, back again. We're here with another video, and today we are talking about Konate possibly going to Real Madrid. We know the links around a certain man leaving this summer with the likes of Diaz, the Darwins, obviously got the Salahs, the Trents, the Virgils all potentially leaving on a free contract. Konate has been a name in the past couple of weeks, potentially being linked with a move to Paris Saint-Germain, being potentially linked with a move to Real Madrid. And it's just like, when is it going to end? When is this going to end? Can we just not have our players just be right, we know what's going off in the contract situation, but you know the players we want to keep, can we just like keep them and not have to like worry about this summer? Like, so yeah, Konate has been linked with a move to Real Madrid. Let's pull up that for you about a man like Ibu. So yeah, Real Madrid want to sign Dean Henderson, obviously from Bournemouth, and they also want to sign Ibrahim Konate. I get it. Madrid are going to be heavily interested in centre backs this summer. They're probably going to be interested in Arsenal's William Saliba because we know the injury crisis that they've been under probably the past 18 months to 2 years, with the likes of Eder Militao picking up back-to-back ACLs. David Alaba just genuinely can't stay fit for more than 3-4 games in a row. You got Carvajal being injured in the back line. Who also thought they've had to play Asensio, a new academy kid, in their back line, who has actually stepped up, to be fair, although he might be going to, prison. Yeah, you never know. Obviously, if you've seen the stuff about him, you know. But I can understand why they're interested in Konate. They want to go and get a quality centre-back, and Konate is fully that. And, outside the centre-backs that they've got that are fully fit, Konate is definitely in the probably top 5 probably centre backs in the world this season. You put Van Dijk in the conversation, obviously Saliba, your Gabriels, obviously all going to be in that situation. We know what Real Madrid are like. They do like to sign their French players, and they've got a lot of French players in the squad. Like, look, I'm not saying that's going to influence Konate going to Real Madrid, but it possibly might. They've got the likes of Camavinga, Chouameni, Kylian Mbappe. So, and obviously a Trent obviously looks like he's going to be going there. So, that just adds up more weight. And, Real Madrid, do have a good relationship with Liverpool when it comes to deals and stuff like that. So, on that behalf, it's not going to be a difficult deal to probably do, to be honest. But I just think it depends on how much do Liverpool ask for Konate? Because if you go on Konate's wages, as we could pull them up here, Konate's only on 70 grand a week in Liverpool. It's not like he's on high wages where it could be a bit harder to pull him out of a move. And the worrying thing is for me about Konate right now, he only has 1 year left on his contract. Obviously, signed the contract back in 2021. He's only got 1 year left. And we saw from Fabrizio back in November last year talking about, Liverpool want to renew Konate's deal. They're quite confident about it. And we've not heard anything since. Why should I be confident about Liverpool signing Konate on a contract? Why? Van Dijk, Trent, Salah, their contracts are all up in literally 2.5 months. Nobody would have thought these players would have run down to their contract to the nearest as they have, especially Virgil van Dijk, especially Trent Alexander-Arnold. Mo Salah, yeah, you could argue because he probably wants more money, but Virgil and Trent, no one would have thought they would have got down to the last 2.5 months of their deal, and that's going to be looks like it's going to happen to the same with Konate. Because why should I have confidence? Look what we've seen over the past year with these 3 contracts. So what's to say that this can't happen again with Konate? And Konate's only been at Liverpool for a couple of years. He hasn't had the foundations. He hasn't had the connection as much compared to a Trent, a Salah, and Van Dijk, who speaks highly of the football club. I'm not saying Konate doesn't, but we know Virgil van Dijk says yes, it means everything to be captains for Liverpool. Salah said it means everything to try and win Liverpool the league. Trent, obviously, local lad, come from the academy. So do you know what I mean? So. And obviously, Konate also being linked to Paris Saint-Germain, going back to Paris, He's going back to the capital, and these are places where footballers do want to go to. The PSG project is looking hella exciting right now with the players that they're signing, the players that they're on, the trajectory they're going to keep going on. They're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League against Villa, and you'd expect them to beat Aston Villa and go to a semi-final. And they're going to keep improving under Luis Enrique. And obviously Real Madrid, they're over the past couple of years. Look at the signings they've made: Bellingham, Mbappe. Looks like it's now going to be Trent on a free, Konate. And because Konate's only got a year left on his deal, how much do Liverpool save? How much do Liverpool say, like, yo, this is what we want? For me, with a year left to go, to be fair, Konate's not really been injured this season. He's had like one injury where he was out for like, what, a month and a half, 2 months? And before that injury, he was immense, man. He was probably better than Virgil van Dijk at times in the early parts of the season. So I've got no confidence in Liverpool signing Konate to a new deal, especially over the past year. I hope we do, man, because Ibu's one of my favourite players at the club, and I remember when we signed him, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, we're gonna sign one of the best up and coming centre backs." Obviously that was at Leipzig, and obviously I remember, Jesus Christ, we almost got Upen and Karno as well. That could have gone south. Obviously, we took the right punt on Konate. We got him for fairly cheap, which was about 35 million pounds. So I'm hoping we sign him. But with a year to go, and look what Real Madrid have done. They're very good at signing players on frees. They're very good at convincing players to come to the club. It is Real Madrid. Do you know what I mean? If this is any other club, I'd be very confident in keeping our players. But with Real Madrid, you never know. When they come calling, it is different. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, if Real Madrid can take a prime Ronaldo from a prime Man U side, anything can happen. You never say anything about any footballer. So, um, yeah, I'm hoping he signs the contract. We'll have to obviously wait and see on that. But for me, if I'm Liverpool, I'm saying I want minimum 60 million. With a year to go, I still want 60 million. If it was a couple of more years, I'd probably say maybe you add another 10, 20 million. You see what centre backs are going for these days, and why not? We're losing Trent Alexander-Arnold on a free contract. I want to recuperate some decent money. I don't want to keep losing out on money. And Michael Edwards is really good, and Rich Hughes are, we've seen from their past records, they are very good at negotiation deals and getting the maximum money for a player with how many years left to go on a contract. You still know a couple of years ago, Prime, Liverpool got 20 million for Ryan Brewster, a guy that never played for Liverpool. So I back it in that sense in terms of the money that we'll get for Konate. But overall, I'm not confident. I'm hoping he signs, and he's been one of our best players this season when he has been fit. Take away his bozo little moments he's had a couple of times. He's been absolutely immense, man. And I'm hoping he can stay for a couple of more years, because it's genuinely going to be really worrying if potentially we lose Konate and Van Dijk in the same window. We've basically lost three out of our five backline players. Salah, you put in that conversation also. We're losing a massive part of the spine, and that is the worrying sense about it all. So fingers crossed he signs the contract. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see over the next couple of months, see how this deal could potentially progress in either a new contract or potentially to Real Madrid or Paris Saint-Germain. But until then, make sure you do smash the like, you subscribe to the channel. Stay up to date with all Liverpool news. I mean, the international break is dead, so make sure we've got nothing else to be reporting on other than Liverpool transfer news, players that could potentially leave, and players that potentially could be coming in. So, yeah, make sure you smash the like, subscribe. We're on the road to 800. We're nearly on 720. I think we're a couple away. So we're just going to keep chipping away at that. And then we'll have a couple of more videos going out in international break. And then we'll be back for the Premier League next week, where hopefully Liverpool beat Everton and get closer to that Premier League title. And hopefully Konate will be holding it. But yeah, until then, take care. and goodbye.